have a bunch of this. This is how I preserve them. I grate them and then I freeze them. And then when I need it, I bring it out, soak it in some warm water to defrost, and then get to use it. So okra and ogbono sauce, I'm gonna use an okra right here, and this is ogbono. Um, I've forgotten the English name, but pretty much it comes in out in circle like this, and you blend it into this form, and they're both drawy or slimy, as you would want to call it. Pretty much once you're done with it, you'll see, you're gonna see. So let's get started. So with that, other things I'm gonna use is some peppers that I grated here to tiny bits, and one onion, and then what else again? I'm gonna use Maggie. I'm gonna use meat stock. This is from the meat that I cooked, and then also this is bitter leaf. I'll call it bitter leaf flakes. But bitter leaf basically dried out and then probably blended or just what. That's one way to preserve like some herbs and leaves like that. So let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is put the pot on the stove with the meat water. If I wonder what, yeah, I have amazing cooking. While this is boiling, I will so it's the front. Here they go. So while this is boiling, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start cutting the meat into smaller bits. All right. I'm only gonna use half of this because I want to use this to make some nice spinach soup. Just different kind. So right here is the palm oil that we're gonna use in this process. Once the palm oil melts, I'm just gonna put a little bit in the mixed water here. I'm gonna move my camera around so you can see what I'm doing. It's a pretty easy soup to make if you ask me. I think it's a better position. So I have my meat water here. Let me show you guys. Just a little tiny meat water here. And now I'm gonna add some water to it to maybe half to fill half of the pot. All right. Add a little more extra water. And the purpose of adding a mixed stock is for seasoning. For seasoning. And now, because here I'm gonna add these onions that I grated this way. I showed you guys earlier on. And the way I use this thing here I got from Table. You have to cut the onions to smaller bits and then pull, and then turns it into this tiny form here. I'm gonna let all of this boil together. I want this thing to melt the palm oil. Once it melts, I'm gonna throw in some palm oil in there. Right? And because I added some water, but I want to add some seasoning. This is Maggie right here. And when it comes to this soup, there isn't much seasoning to put Maggie and salt. I'm putting 2 cubes and I'm gonna let it boil. So while I'm allowing this to boil, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up the meat into tiny bits. This meat right here is goat meat and cow beef. I'm gonna call it beef and beef. So it's cut into beef bits like this, and I put it in here. I let them all boil together. This is tiny already, so I'm not doing that. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I tried yesterday when I was cutting them. I tried to cut them small already, so There's probably not going to be a lot of cutting to do today. And I put the heat on high, by the way, because I want the thing to boil. So there we go. What's your favorite animal meat? I like the cow skin. I wish I had a cow skin here, but just the beef and goat meat skin. Okay. Some people like to put crayfish, in their Ogbono. But mine is just made out of beef and goat meat. No cow skin. No, sorry, no you call it no other thing. But on another thought, I'm thinking I put tilapia fish towards the end, but that doesn't take long to boil. Just so we can have some fish, boneless tilapia fish. And I put it towards the end of what I'm doing. But yeah, if you guys are just what's it, where are you guys joining from? Have you guys ever had of this dish that I'm doing before? Drop it in the comment. Let me know. I'm cutting this one here for the next stuff I'm gonna do. Ooh, sounds a little bit hard. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment. Hello, who's that? Max. Hello, how are you? How's your weekend going? I like to be done. I like to do everything before 12 o'clock. It's 8:59 now. I don't like to do any house chores after 12. So I try to do everything. Wake up early in the morning and do it. But then at 12, I'm just chilling. Chilling with the kids. My one's at my back. All right. So I'm gonna go like this to lift it up and see how spicy. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it and thank you for the likes. Is this oil? We almost ran out of oil here. So the other alternative, if this thing's taking forever to defrost, is I can just dip it in hot water, the oil, the bottom. Mm-hmm. I need both. No, they won't double check it. You know the answer to that, bud. Bud. Ow. All right. So I put my meat in there, wait for it to boil, then cover it up. The only thing I'm trying to add now is the oil, the oil, but not the frosting pasta. So that's where the issue is. Right. So to figure that out real quick. Okay. It's water is not boiling. So once it start boiling, I can add the other few things. Taste and see, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't take long to make. I'll be right back. I want to go get boneless tilapia fish that I'll be using just to add some fish into the mix. Have any of you tried this dish before? If you have, drop it in the comment. Let me know. Earlier in the morning, I did this right here. It's meatball sauce. You guys can see. That's what I did this morning. My son loved that with spaghetti. So we had that done. Yesterday I made the beef, the beef, and I blended the tomatoes that I was gonna use for the stew. And that's and I made stew yesterday. So that today I have less things to do. So I usually sometimes break what I have to cook in parts so that it's not overly easy. Like if I waited to do everything today on this Saturday, I'll be here for a long time. But I already have my meat prepared and everything. I'm gonna put this in here so it will defrost faster. And while this is going on, once I put this oil in here, I'm gonna start cooking the other one. the spinach soup. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put the see, chop, chop, spaghetti, something like that. Maybe I have meatball. Oh, so many. Mm. Oh, shit. Alrighty. I'm back. Here's the tilapia fish. Boneless tilapia fish. I'm gonna put that towards the end. Let's see. Okay, this has the frosted to an extent. Go ahead and all right, wonderful. Trying to save this up because it's the last palm oil bottle. Need to go buy more. All right, so this is about boiling. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the other one on the side. But I'm not here forever. Should be out of here soon, 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 soon. Second dish I'm doing is a face spinach soup, and for that, it's a smaller. It's a smaller soup that I'm doing. Let me move this out of the way. I need to put them that one in containers. Right. Let's start. Give me a second. That one I started boiling. I'm gonna let it boil a little bit more because I want the palm oil to boil well. The fix. So let me show you guys what it looks like. So what it looks like. So I baked the meat to a little bit firm. So I wanted to boil a little bit more. Let me taste it. Make sure it has enough seasoning, like pepper, salt. Ooh, it's hot. It's spicy. Ooh, it does need a little bit of salt too. So when it comes to seasoning like salt and stuff like that, you want to put it to your own taste. My sibling always complain that we don't put enough salt in the house. So, but to us, the salt is enough. So right now I'm gonna do one teaspoon. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon. to it and see how's this one doing. Good. So next thing I'm gonna put is oil. This olive oil. So typically when you're gonna use palm oil, the best thing to do, at least for me, so that it doesn't smoke, is to put this oil first. And I typically just put this one here just for adding flavor, not necessarily I'm gonna use a lot of it. Does that make sense? Just to give it that color. Right, reduce the fire. See a bit more oil. Maybe you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'll try to move closer. So I'm moving closer. That's basically just oil and palm oil. While I'm waiting for that one to boil, I mean to get to the point I want to be. I'm making spinach soup. I don't know what you call it because it doesn't have a name where it comes from, but I know I'm just doing my own thing. Again, this is already blended. It's a mixture of onions and pepper, and I did see how it grates it so nicely. That's why I really love it. I got it from Temu. But the only thing I don't like about it is that you have to chop the onions. You have to slice the onions to a certain stage, and then you know, ooh, the oil got hot faster than I, I thought it would. I'm gonna take it off the fire. I don't want all the onions to fry out like that. Me and peppers don't do well, so I don't like using my hands to pick pepper because it's so spicy. So back to what I was saying here. The only thing I don't like about this stuff here is that the center, which is the glass, the thing that spins and cuts, it keeps moving. And then secondly, we have to cut the onions into small, like slice them first before you can put it in here. Before you can like start pulling it to do the work. So it's like you still have to do some extra some work to get it done. You know, that's why I don't really like it. But other than that, I like the fact that it blends, like it really chops up the onions real good. Okay, so in here, I'll put two nut cubes. I put one more nut cube in here. This is Maggie that I'm putting in. And I like to fry my Maggie with pine bun. That's just me. I love it to fry. Fry together. All right. Looking for what it looks like. That's what it looks like right here. Like so. All right, let me put this back to 3. Once put in hot oil like this, the Maggie melts. I'd have to use my own strength to, my own energy to do that. But when this thing gets hot again, I'm gonna put some small meat water inside it, and then spinach will be last. Mix small meat water with the meat. I'm gonna put the spinach last. Again, I'm just making this. I'm making this soup up. Those who are watching. So don't come and tell me, hey, that's my. I don't know. Don't come and say, "Ah, that's why you make it. This is my own version of whatever I'm doing." All right. Once I put the meat water in here and put the meat, and I'm gonna go back over here and do part 2 of that. And be done. All right. So this right here, the sauce I'm making right now, the spinach sauce, it's on 5. Okay. Here's the onions. Some of them is already frying. I'm not trying to do fried steam, so I'm not gonna let it fry too much. So I'm gonna put my meat stock now. Woo-hoo. How about the same concept as that one there? Just a little bit different. because I fried the sauce first. Now I'm gonna put the beef. You know what? Let me put this one. Look, big ones. Let me put. I'd rather the small ones. I'm gonna put the sauce of the beef inside. Let them cook. Don't put my chopstick away and let it cook. Too big. Too big for me. But okay. Small bowl. Let's put this in. Okay. Let me cover it out. Let me cover it. This is not the cover though. Excuse me. All right. What I'm doing, making I'm gonna cover it up and let it cook together. Then come back here. I'm reducing this to medium. Right. So the next thing I'm doing right here for this one is bold. Gonna move closer. Let's do this. Oh, I just tasted the sweet thing. What I'm gonna do is put this right here. The Ogbono. I already blended this thing. So I'm just gonna spray like. Okay, hopefully this is good. Bring some turning. I'm gonna definitely add more. You see, if you turn this thing now, it's gonna be start forming thick and it's gonna be thick. I want to add some more now. Okay, enough meat. Okay, add some more. And if you're not sure if you're adding enough or not, you can allow it to put that the amount you want to put. Wait and see if it's thick enough for you. And if it's not as thick as you want it, then you can add the other one. You know, in the past I've been told, oh, do not add onions to this. It's not gonna allow it to get thick. But today I said to add onions just to see what happens. The old method, don't add onions. I want to see if that thing's through. So today I did it. You can let it boil. Maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. Turn this back up to 7. This one's already boiling. Let me get another one. So once you put the Ogbono there like that, you don't want to um once you put the Ogbono like that, you do not want to cover it. Yeah. According to what I've learned. I think the reason said is because we do that, then it won't draw. How true is that? I've never tried it out. One thing at a time. First, I tried the onion, so maybe it's another time I'll try that. I'm not trying to confirm whether that's true. But let's taste this. I think this is very tasty. Mm, glory, glory. Hallelujah. This is very good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So much tasty. Tastes really good, guys. All right. Now I'm going to put the spinach inside. Really, really tasty. I love it. I am loving it. I'm putting 20 bags of spinach in here. Let me reduce the thing because spinach don't need to boil for filling. But the other half bag, when you put it inside, they're gonna. Mm-mm-mm. Hello, for those who are just joining. Today we're making okra and Ogbono soup as well as spinach soup right here. The spinach soup is basically palm oil, beef, and no cube, Maggie. What else again? And that's pretty much it. That's all I put. Meat stock. That's pretty much what I put in here. Now I'm gonna add one more. I mean, half more of the spinach. Let it cook and then see. I think tasted really good. The stock by itself. Again, I'm gonna put in this half of this, but the remaining half is gonna go into the Ogbono soup. I don't like my Ogbono soup having too much. Um, what do you call it? Spinach inside. All right. So now I'm just gonna close this up and let it boil for a bit, maybe 5 minutes. And the timer. I'm gonna put timer here so I don't forget it. I want this one for 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna come and check. Now let's look at this one right here that I told you have to allow it boil a little bit so that you can inform the thickness. It's still not that thick. But that's okay because guess what? Can you see it's a little bit slimy? Yeah. I'm not concerned, right? Because I'm adding okra to it. And once you add okra, it's gonna be thick. Gonna have the slimy thing. Mm, okay. That one gave me a better dance than this one. I'm not feeling the thingy as much as I'm feeling that one. Let me add another Maggi. I only put two in here. And I tend not to put much. I put salt too, but I feel like I need some more. More. I'll just add one more. I remember that I mentioned I was going to put tilapia fish later on. Now I'm going to put the tilapia fish because this is boneless. Doesn't take long to boil. So I'm going to put it alongside with the okra. Let me wash it up real quick and just throw it in there. Now my thing is on. What's the temperature? What's the stove on? It's on 6 right now. And the spinach soup is on 5. Oh, the okra from my garden is one of the last things to add. Let's put this in like this. It's gonna scatter by itself. This doesn't take long to cook. So I'm gonna be cooking for the next 10, 15 minutes. That's how long it needs to cook. So that's why we put it at the beginning. Okay. Let's see the additional meat I can add. Okay. So while I'm waiting for that to get done, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my bitter leaf um flakes. I'm gonna wash it, drain it out, and sprinkle it on here towards the end. So this is the amount I'm using because I don't want it to be bitter. It's more so for like just that little taste than adding to it. This is what it looks like. La 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 la. Have any questions? Drop it in the chat. This is my smoothie that I drink in the morning. Okay. That one time is good enough. So tilapia fish, like I said, put it in here. We're gonna start breaking. So that it's gonna easily break. And this one here now. So I can eat the tilapia fish. All right. So guys, now I'm gonna put my okra from my garden. That tastes so good. Okay. I'm not saying because it's from my garden. Well, it's because from my garden. I made it from. We made it. No, I not I made it. I grew it. I didn't make it. My hand is sleepy, but technically this should just open up even like that. That's where I store all my. Oh, so this is the okra right here in my garden. Slowly put it in. That one is this. It's dipping. Dipping. I'm getting it. Pencil. This other one. So I'm putting two sachet. I don't know the weight. If you're asking what the weight is, no clue. This is just me packaging my okra to use. This is okra from last year, and I got a lot of it. I think this one I've broken. All right, so I'm gonna just stir it up and let it cook for about 10, 15 minutes. Some people like the okra crunchy, so depending on how you like the okra. See what I'm saying? You see how it's, yeah, it's thick. As you notice, I'm not boiling. When it's cooked for about 5 minutes, then I'm gonna put the spinach. So then total of like 15 minutes, you see? Anyway, as for this one, I'm putting it right now. The bitter leaves of thing. So, 80. If you enjoy yourself on my black belt, don't complain. Don't complain. No complaining. All right. Let's go back here. Let me set the timer for 5 minutes on this one so I know when to go back and put my stuff. All right, let's see how this is doing. Hey, it smells really good. Let's see. It was only 5 minutes. I did it 5 minutes. So I can taste if it has enough salt. Definitely has enough pepper. It is harder. I put you down. No complain. Eat it. I don't want any complaint when I put you down. But I have to carry you up. I'm not thinking that compared that double body and it back to your wife. Oh, hi, this is Tora. Don't move it up. I'm not gonna put just a tinge of salt. Oh god, is that an okra name? Okay. Just a tinge, just a tiny bit. Like so. Just and this one's gonna do for another 5 minutes too. Did I not hit the start button? Okay. All right, for another 5 minutes, and then this is done. It tastes really good, guys. This would be really good with rice, good with bread. Woo, bread. Not any kind of bread, maybe like agege bread. What else can you use this with? Plantain and fried plantain and this vegetable, or even boiled plantain. This would taste really good with that. This is for pounded stuff. This right here is pounded things. Pounded things. You guys can see the sliminess of this one. I don't think the timer is actually working. Some of the okra are clumpy because it was frozen and just joined together. So I'm using my wooden stick to just situate that right. That right here. And the reason I've not yet tasted it to see if it's my flavors because I wanted the fish to boil very well. I don't want to taste it with the fish not cooked inside. So in about 5 minutes, I'll taste it. And I'll add the spinach and let it cook for another 10 minutes. Yeah. Spinach doesn't take long to cook. Let me get this. Let me get it neat. All right, let's start cleaning up. Let me see. It stops this. Okay, that's good. That's good weather. Good, correct. Correct. Okay. 3 more minutes. I'm gonna add the spinach. Now, some people like to have a lot of okra in the Ogbono. I don't really. I just like to have the okra kind of like, oh, there's okra in here, but not okra, white okra, okra. That's why I don't put that. You can see that the okra is not that prominent in the soup. So that's how I like it. Let's see this one right here. It's down. What's not working? Oh, did you put what are you doing? What are you trying to do? It's down. That is not sticky. So that's the right one. That's not the right one. Oh, let me see. Yeah. Let me see. What? Once I'm done cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and do my move my plants outside for day 3. All right, 35 more seconds to the fish. Yum yum. What we're gonna have for lunch today or dinner. We don't eat this for lunch. Good for dinner. But I think that probably better for lunch. Because our dinner is movie night. In three, two, one. Boop, boop. And let's check this out. This is the final product, guys, of our soup, spinach soup. Tasty, tasty, tasty. Like I said before. Mm-mm-mm. Does it enough pepper? The salt depends on who's taking it. Determine whether they feel like the salt is enough or not. But for me, it's okay. Alrighty. Now it's time to move on to this one. We're all done with that one. Now it's time to move on to the final stage of this one. I'm gonna taste it one more time and see if it has enough salt to my tasting. Alright, it's fine. I'm gonna add the spinach now. Let it cook for another 10 minutes and that's it. And see the color it gives it now when you add the spinach. Yeah. Alright, so it's 9:34 right now. It's 9:30. 9:30. 9:30. 9:40. It's giving it tastes good, tastes good. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Alright. This is also nice. Add a little bit of spice, but not too spicy so that the kiddo can eat. We're wrapping up 6 minutes. I'm gonna move this to medium. Right now it's on high. I'm gonna move it to medium. Let it take time to cook in here. That's it. While this is doing, I'm gonna go start washing the dishes for the next 5 minutes and then we're done. Done, done, done. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm doing so that once I'm done cooking, at least half of the dish is done. I'll come back later to finish the dishes. It's just hotly washing the dishes. I know I'm not going to be done with everything in 5 minutes. Mm. But at least I would have done majority of it or half of it. Right. So what we do here on Saturday. I mean, I don't cook every Saturday. I try to make a lot. So I cook every other Saturday if I'm cooking. Otherwise, most of the time, my husband does the soup cooking and all that. So, so right here, just me that I do the okra soup because I like making the okra soup. But the vegetable soup, the aqua soup, my husband does loves to cook too, so he does that. When it comes to things like maybe fried rice or the rice or this other one, the non-cooking ones, I make those ones. Okay, got 3 more minutes. I have to look this one back up. Oh, my toddler can't do his own thing. Okay, perfect. 3 more minutes, guys. So this is how I get stuff done quickly and I would say efficiently. So I'm not here all day long. I need to get my plant outside before the sun comes up. Today we're gonna try to do a half day under the shed with my plant, my tomato plant that I'm hardening. Okay, Mama is gonna go up in 2 minutes. Okay. So let's do the last 2 months. Finish this one. Get knife and thing out of the way so it doesn't cut up anybody's windows. Yes. And the guy's gonna be tired of being on the bed. Yeah, 1 more minute left, guys. It's me right here. Okay. Okay. And then 30 more seconds. The rest of the dishes I'm leaving it till later. Okay. When the timer goes off, that's my cue to tell me I'm done. I'm done with the dishes for now. Until later. Hey, 10 more seconds. There goes our timer. Yay. All right, guys. That's this because that's the check out the soup. And then we're done. Done for the day. All right. So here's what it looks like after 6 minutes. I already tasted it. I'm gonna taste it again. It tastes good. We'll see. So this okra and Ogbono soup, all done. Did 2 different soups in 49 minutes. Whew. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. For those who stayed tuned, thank you so much. That's it for the live. Bye.